Good evening. We are going to be talking about daily productivity and how we can improve it. This comes from an article by Daily Motivation, and we're going to be talking about 7 productivity tips from famous successful people that you could potentially adopt. If you have any questions, please feel free to call or text Dr. Justine. Dr. Justine is here and she's our leader here, but she's also that active community volunteering. She works in the hockey community for many, many, many years. Not only is she her own athlete and has had so many successes over the years, but she also dedicates her time working in the lacrosse field and as well with the Brampton's women hockey teams. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
All right. Hi, everybody. Who doesn't want to be more productive? So, great tips here. And it's something that I pride myself in almost how much I can get done in every week. So, these are 7 great tips from some of the top CEOs out there and what they recommend. But coming up, we're going to talk about holiday stress, how to reduce that, how to get the best sleep, how to reduce belly fat. That's the dangerous fat, and of course, for my mom, I'll be making a new sit and fit, keep us moving for that holiday spirit. So, all of us have the same 24 hours, and yet some people can get so much done, and some others struggle because they get distracted or just haven't learned how to push that muscle to maximize their time and get more done. So, what we're going to be talking about is do you feel like you need to get more done? Are you happy with what you can get done? Are you feeling less productive than you should or than your teammates, or feeling like you're falling behind and not getting your workouts and not getting those planned, and you'll say I'll do that tomorrow? Feeling your healthy nutrition plan, and or finding difficulty in meeting your short and long-term goals. So let's talk about what successful people do in order to maximize those 24 hours and make sure that even if they're multitasking, they're doing that well. So when we talk about those 7 tips, one of the tips from Tammy Hawkins, CEO, is talking about getting the hardest thing done out of the way. And that's one of my things. Morning time, once you get your coffee or your tea, you have your morning routines, whether it's exercise or meditation, getting your mindset, your affirmations right. You want to tackle the tough things first. Get those things out of the way. That gets you feeling good. That's when you have the highest energy. You want to put things aside so that you can focus on that tough task. It means putting your phone away, making sure the phone is even off or on mute so you cannot be distracted. You're in your quiet place, your best chair in order to get that done. You make that list and tackle the tough things first. And for me, that's especially that first few hours in the morning. That's my best time to write a talk, to focus learning a talk, um, to plan meetings, in order to write doctor's reports. First thing in the morning is your quality time, and definitely not after lunch. After you eat lunch, that's typically when you have the siesta, that dip in energy. And a lot of times, if you're doing intermittent fasting, you want to do this even, it's okay on an empty stomach, to get your body functioning at its best. So get those hard tasks out of the way first. That's number one. Number two comes from Scott Farquhar, again, a CEO. He talks about reviewing your week every Friday, looking at what you did well, what you failed, how you failed at it, what didn't go well, how you could make it better, and how do you improve that next week. To really take a summary of your past week and then an action plan and list for the next week. Now, for me personally, Friday nights, I like to get everything organized. But on Sunday night is my planning for the week. Literally plan my clothes often for 2 or 3 days, plan my food for 2 or 3 days, plan my meetings for the next, because I always have meetings Monday, Tuesdays. So plan my meetings, plan any action steps that need to happen through that week. I create a to-do list. So for me, it's Sunday night planning. Also, it's a time to give myself a high five, a pat on the back, what went well, or a push on what I need to work on, what do I need to do better. So for Scott, it's his Friday night planning. For me, it's Friday organizing and Sunday planning. But choose the best day for you. When's your food prep day? When's your laundry day? So that you can get multiple things done and organized to go and help you get to being more and more successful. And looking at how you can, even if you're doing that prep time, uh, where can two things happen at the same time? So right now, while I'm doing this talk, the laundry's on, dishwasher's on. You get other things done at the same time. So now when we're looking at number three is touching things once. And I probably struggle with this, constantly making my piles of what's the highest priority. But at our office, we've created a red folder for highest priority, a yellow folder for lower priority. So just like red is the strong color, yellow, slow and yield. So creating a system where you're delegating, and then you can attack the most important things again first thing in the morning, and making quick decisions. So instead of uh, trying to mull over something, if you, whatever you can make quick decisions, even if they're wrong, it gives you more time. Get to the next level. You will talk to many of the successful people. They make a lot of mistakes. They go bankrupt for several companies, but it's because they keep moving and moving through quickly that they're able to be more successful. So trying a way to organize quickly and make decisions quickly to help us be more successful, instead of procrastinating on some of that paperwork. And as soon as you've dealt with, get it out. Don't no clutter out of your house, shred it, whatever you need to do. But basically, the next word is next. Move on to the next thing on your list. Number four is taking breaks. And this is Alan Cohen. He's written several books on influence and positivity. He talks about that there is no virtue in work and there is no virtue in rest. Sorry, there is virtue in work and virtue in rest, and we can't overlook either. Well, I can tell you personally, when I first started practice, total workaholic. I probably still work at that today and working, 70 plus hours a week, but I wasn't taking breaks at the beginning. I was nervous to take breaks. I didn't want to leave my patients. I didn't want, these were people I cared for and loved for. I wanted to control. I didn't want someone else to help me, so that I never took breaks, but that can lead to burnout and not being the best version of yourself. So we do need to plan those breaks. I try to have something, a weekend every single month where I'm not working. I'm not doing as much paperwork. I'm getting out of the house. I'm not doing work around the house. I'm making sure every single month I have a weekend off. Um, for some people, it's every Sunday. That day is Sabbath, a planned day off. But then quarterly, we do need a break. It doesn't necessarily mean it have to be a week's holiday. I don't take 4 weeks off a year. Some people do get that, and then I would recommend using it quarterly. But trying to find some kind of break, something you look forward to. Maybe it's an afternoon off or planned nature walk or to a spa, or it's my husband would say it's going hunting, time in nature. But planning quarterly something that is a break for you. And that break is not just away from work, it could be away from family, it could be away from home. So these breaks allow us to recharge, helps us manage stress, prevents that burnout, that overly fatigued areas. It helps us to be more creative and restore our motivation. It even improves your memory, your learning, and helps your mood. So it's not just take the breaks, it's plan in advance your specific break time. Even throughout your week, planned break time. So to give you an example, Wednesdays is my big day. I'm typically out and going of the house at 5:30 a.m., leaving around 12:30 from the office, come have my workout from 1 o'clock to 2:15. I plan a siesta from 2:30 to 3 o'clock every Wednesday. I don't like anything to get in the way of that because I'm back at work 3:30 till typically 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I know that I'm putting in a 15, 16 hour day. I need to plan that 20-minute rest. So planning your rest throughout your week, and then planning your rest weekly a set time, and then monthly a set time, and then quarterly a set time. Finding a way to plan it so that it becomes a priority. So number 5, that sets time into your boundaries, making sure you have set boundaries. Just like I said, nothing gets away into my workout times. I had set times on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the specific times that I don't want to have talks. I don't want anything interfering with those specific workout times. On the weekends, typically I plan my workouts early in the morning so it's not going to get in anything in the way of anything else. We do need to find ways to say no to and without having to feel justified or feel bad about the no, when we have boundaries for things that make us healthy and make us successful. So for example, right now I've turned the phones off, making sure there's no distractions, so that I can be the best version for you. So what are you doing in your home to set boundaries, from your kids, from your spouse, quiet times for yourself, boundaries about your expectations for where the shoes go or how the laundry is put away, um, boundaries at work, things that are, whether it's thoughts or how you're spoken to, or how you need to organize your productivity time. We need to have set boundaries, and that's what the most successful people do. Um, so for we set boundaries for our also for our emails and checking your phone. So for me, I check my phone 3 times a day: morning, lunch, and evening. Constantly feeling like you're checking your phone unless you have to for work, specifically for work. We want to put it down so we can be more productive and not be distracted by other, people just texting you and feeling like they need a response right away. They don't. They can wait 3 hours and you can get your stuff done. Number 6 is creating those routines. That's Jack Dorsey, again, CEO, Twitter, is those specific routines. So, for example, for me, going to bed, try to make sure I'm in bed by 10:30. And that includes for me even weekends. Might change it by half an hour, but I need set routines to go to bed, get up early so that I can get my stuff done. But before going to bed, I put out my underwear, socks, my clothes, my paperwork's put away. I know what my food is going to be that I'm packing up for lunch. So it's a set routine. So I'm not having to have as many decisions in the morning. I know that I just have to put the steps in order to be able to be the best version of myself by seeing patients by 6 a.m. Or if it's just being the best mom in the morning, I have those routines. The routines for getting stuff down around your house, or even routines for how you're going to manage your paperwork, how you're going to manage your bills, and when you check your account. Set routines, set deadlines will help us be the most successful. And number 7 is automating tasks. Whatever you can do, whether it's automating certain bills, certain banking, whatever that can be automated, we want to try to get things so you have less wasted thinking time and you can get to the next level. And we do that at our office by automated text reminders. It used to be a phone call reminder for every single patient, and it was taking 5-6 hours a week just to do those reminder phone calls. So finding ways where there's automated emails, for example, if you're away for certain weekends or holidays, whatever you can automate will give you time back to be able to work on your creativity. So definitely, these are 7 amazing tips from successful people, and they're going to create the habits, the discipline, in order to get the best results. So when you have the habits, you have the discipline, you have the deadlines, and you're consistent with that, we're going to achieve our short-term and long-term goals. So finding out how those boundaries, how those planning time is going to work for you, and some of the things that can help are there certain productivity apps. For me, I don't use apps as much. I'm still old school, but I like to write down my list, and I have stickies about when a thought comes into my mind so that I write it down in sticky, and then I can focus on the task at hand. or the patient that's in front of me, the loved one in front of me. So um, to be productive, use your affirmations, use your motivation quotes, set your day, set your stage, and then also plan going to bed in the most positive way. And that means not having your phone by your head, phone in a different room, TV is off so you get that good quality sleep. Being able to have your goals written down every single year. I try to have them written down before January 1st. And in that time of December, reviewing last year's goal, what was achieved, give myself a check mark, what I've done well, but also maybe the ones I didn't reach. Were they truly important? Or do I need to continue to work on them? When we figure out what works, that's when we stick to it in order to be most productive. And of course, being productive means that we have to have less stress. And getting chiropractic adjustments removes stress on the nervous system so we can be most productive. So, when we have those areas of subluxation, those misalignments in the spine, that's going to affect our innate intelligence, that nervous system. Those messages go through from our brain, through our nervous system to all the different organs in your body. So it's going to affect your thyroid and your hormones. It's going to affect your digestion. It's going to affect your breathing and your energy levels. So when we remove those subluxations, the brain sends messages to the rest of the body better. And from the rest of the body, right back to your brain, we get that feedback loop and reduce our stress. And then with reduced stress, we have the ability to be more productive. So make sure you get your chiropractic checkups on a regular basis. We know now when we look at the research, when you're getting adjusted, it can help improve clarity. It can help improve your memory. It can help improve your focus by reducing that stress. So get your spinal checkups, remove those areas of subluxation so you can be your best and follow those 7 productive hints because we really care about you. So, coming up again, we have numerous wellness talks, always something new to learn, one new thing every single week. Let's reduce the stress over the holidays, get the sleep we need because we need that to try and, of course, focus our best, but also to improve our immune systems because we know that we get burnt out over the holidays and often people get sick over the holidays and into January. And we really want you to get the sleep that you need. So that's coming up, reducing belly fat and the foods that you can add. And of course, for my mom, I'm going to have that new sit and fit video. And there are other sit and fit videos that you can check. And there's typically about 15 minutes so that you can do them anywhere with the music of your choice so that you can get your energy going and you can be more productive. So stay tuned with us and connect with us. We really love and appreciate those reviews because that helps others find more of this valuable information. So share it, share what you love, and of course, share with us if you want new topics, a topic that we haven't talked about. We'd love to know more so we can help out more because our mission is to really make a difference and to serve you and be a part of your healthcare team. Take care.